This is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Disney declares victory in proxy fight as Nelson Peltz fails to win the board seat. This was the news. I know they had an investor call today as well. So Nelson Peltz didn't get in. For those of you that don't know, I've been covering this story. I did it with Gary as well. There was an internal conflict. Nelson Peltz also agrees with a lot of us on the position that Disney's focusing way too much. He's actually explicitly stated that too much on the message, if you will, as opposed to being entertaining. So there was this kind of internal fight, and he is not going to get on the board, it looks like.
Oh, man!
It says Peltz launched his proxy fight, is what they're calling. Hollywood Reporter. Of course, this is great news to them. Early this year, and was seeking to oust Disney board members as well. In a win, the Walt Disney Company and CEO Bob Iger, Disney says that all of its director nominees have been elected by shareholders, rebuffing the activist investor Nelson Peltz, who had been running a high-profile campaign to put himself and former Disney CFO Jay Rasulo on the company's board. And this is the thing. This is the hilarious part. A source says Iger secured 94% of the vote of his board seat. I bet he did. Stock goes down. We already knew. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. If Nelson Peltz get in, does that not to you in some way, like if you're looking at it like from the customer standpoint, even as an investor, at least put a jolt in the company?
Okay.
I think it's more of a what's the best way to put this? It's more of a call to arms than anything. It's more of a statement.
Okay.
Because I don't think he can be able to enact any
True.
real
Not even having the board seat, he wouldn't be able to do everything.
It would be more of a signal, more of a statement of intent about wanting things to change. But it could have been a signal to shareholders to be more vocal in either transparency from Disney or vocal in the fact that unless things turn around, then essentially if they lose faith, they'll be pulling their stocks, and pulling their stocks will tank the stock price.
Right. Interesting move, because it doesn't seem like look, if you want to do much of the same shit, cool. But much of the same shit doesn't seem to be working out for Disney, does it?
It's their hill to die on. I've said this for years. Bob Iger says one thing. He talks out both sides of his mouth. He says one thing, but they don't do anything that actually displays what he's saying. He says, "Oh, we need quality over quantity."
This will never be what I'll call a pure volume play. It will be about high-quality branded content.
High-quality branded content. High-quality branded content.
And then they're still spewing out fucking shite.
True.
Left, right, center. We need to get out of the culture war and just deal with telling good stories. But then he'll go on to say, from our moral standpoint. So basically, still from an ideological standpoint. So no change there at all. We know the docket of upcoming stuff. It's a disaster. Admittedly, a lot of it's been in the works, and they can't pivot quickly because it's a TV film company. But still, there's nothing of any interest coming out of Disney for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Nothing's changing. This is their ideological hill to die on.
Why get in their way?
I'm all for it.
Why get in their way? There's not anything that you have to do. I mean, there's not anything we could do anyway. But the destruction, if you will, is on themselves.
You have done that yourself.
And that to me signals that they want to keep doing much of the same stuff, and they believe in whatever it is they're going to do, and they believe it's going to be effective in trying to turn the company around. And I just don't think that's going to happen. But they are apparently very happy and stoked that Peltz is not going to get in. So that's their business. For those of you that it may be bad news for those of you that hope that this was going to be sort of a turning point for the company, but I still think that that's a pipe dream anyway. I just think they're far too infested.
I didn't think Peltz was going to get in.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to get in. I don't think that was ever going to happen. And I don't think Disney are going to change. So,
harsh reality.
Yeah, just keep churning out those hundreds upon hundreds of $1 million losses on movies, because that's what's been happening. That's just a fact. Only one film's made a profit last year. That's it.
Yeah.
Bring on the Acolyte.
When does that officially drop?
Not soon enough. Not soon enough.
Oh my God. That is I mean, shout out Disney Plus, bro. Thanks for watching. Right now, the Rippaverse is in the middle of our latest campaign, Yaira #1, which was written by the Saskas. Head over to Rippaverse.com, pre-order, and check out our first live-action trailer and the latest Rippaverse Studios production, Y'all Be Easy.